NASCAR makes its decision on the Austin Dillon situation. RCR is going to appeal that decision, and Kurt Busch. Man, Kurt Busch. Coming up next. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing good today. All right, gotta start off here with some Kurt Busch news, and it is some unfortunate Kurt Busch news. As you see from the NASCAR report here, Kurt Busch was arrested. Kurt Busch was arrested Tuesday for DWI and reckless driving charges in Iredell County. So obviously, not going to pile on. There's nothing good about that. I mean, he's got enough money to have a chauffeur, Uber, whatever. So that situation with the DWI should never happen. And furthermore, not only was it a DWI, but there was a reckless driving as well. So he wasn't just out there trying to get home. He was out there stunting and doing whatever he was doing. So unfortunate. Just something you can't do, and nothing more to say other than that. Hopefully he gets the help and the counseling he needs to get. But just bad. Not good. Via NASCAR news, Austin Dillon's win at Richmond Raceway will not count toward NASCAR playoffs eligibility in both the driver and owner championships. NASCAR states that Dillon violated its playoff eligibility rule and loses benefits of the win. Dillon and the number 3 team have also been penalized 25 driver and owner points, but remain Sunday's official race winner. Additionally, number 3 spotter Brandon Benish has been suspended for 3 races for his actions Sunday at Richmond. So NASCAR, obviously, from their perspective, thought that that was over the line, and they're trying to do the morally right thing, in their opinion, I guess. They don't want to see people wreck for the win now. A lot of fans definitely agree with that. I would say, from what I've seen online, it's still probably close to 50-50. Or maybe you can go 75-25, but there's still a significant amount of fans that are upset about it. But I would say probably at least the majority of the fans, or a slight majority of the fans, do think that this was the right move. However, among them is not RCR, who is going to appeal. To which that sentiment was met with a lot of this. RCR appealing? Wow. I mean, with so much money on the line and playoff berth, I guess why not? But highly doubtful playoff eligibility gets overturned. So I saw that take and things similar to it a lot. I never understood why people didn't think RCR was going to appeal this at any point. Because A, just from a team standpoint, you're going for a championship, so to go for the championship, you have to be in the playoffs. So first things first, the goal of the sport is to win the championship, so obviously you're going to appeal it to be in the playoffs to have a chance at the championship. Furthermore, it's a $2 million pay gap from where Austin Dillon is now to where he was before they took the playoff eligibility away. So yes, obviously money does factor into it. But more importantly, NASCAR keeps saying a line was crossed, and let's just take a look at what Elton Sawyer had to say in 2 different days about the same instance. Elton Sawyer came out yesterday and said, "I promise you as a race car driver, they know where the line is." So that is Elton Sawyer yesterday, 3 or 4 days after the particular event happened. But if you remember the night of, Elton Sawyer said they got right up to the line, but he never said they crossed it.
Yeah, you talk about crossing the line, and I would say that, looking at that, we were right up against the line.
So by Elton Sawyer's own definition, he doesn't know where the line is. So it can easily be argued by RCR that no driver knows where the line is. So let's look at the 2 incidents. Is it because he wrecked 2 cars, or is it because he right-reared Denny Hamlin? And let's look at how those have been policed in the past. In the playoff era, have we seen one driver wreck 2 cars to get a win, and what happened to that driver when it happened? As a matter of fact, we have. Ross Chastain at the road course took out Alex Bowman and A.J. Allmendinger to get a win, and he was neither, the win was not taken away, nor the playoff eligibility was taken away. So we have precedent there about wrecking 2 cars. So if Austin Dillon wrecked 2 cars to get the win, and they took it away because of that, we have precedent back there that they didn't take the win or the playoff eligibility away. Now, as far as the right rear hook, whether you believe it was intentional, whether you believe it was a racing incident, let's just say he gets the same penalty that other guys that have given the right rear hook gets. That would be a suspension, a playoff waiver, and a loss of money. So from that perspective, taking away the playoff eligibility also doesn't make sense, because those drivers that got the right hook, they got to keep their finishing position and they got to keep their playoff eligibility. So you can also make the argument that you can't take away the playoff eligibility for Austin Dillon because he right hooked somebody. Now, I'm not saying RCR will win, but this notion that it's ridiculous for them to appeal this penalty, I don't get, because I feel like they've got a fairly strong argument. I just presented some pretty decent evidence right there that they can possibly win this appeal. I don't know if they'll win it or not, but I think it's definitely worth a try appealing it, and I think it's a no-brainer that you appeal it, because why wouldn't you? NASCAR has still not clearly defined the rule, and that's probably one of the biggest issues. NASCAR, if you're going to have a line, everybody, they keep saying they crossed the line, right? Well, a line, by definition, is a line drawn so that you can see it. NASCAR has still not clearly drawn this line so you can see it. You don't know which side of it you're standing on. And until NASCAR clearly draws and defines that line, we're going to live in this gray, vague area of what a driver can and can't do. To this day, I still think the drivers in those race cars still don't know what they can and cannot do. And I don't think this is going to change anything in the sport going forward. And just to address it one more time, I think the biggest elephant in the room that needs to be addressed is the playoff system itself, because the reason for all this backlash is not because Austin Dillon wrecked to win, in my opinion. It's because the 32nd place car in points wrecked to win and was about to expose the playoff system for what it is, and that is a lack of a meritocracy. I think that's why this became a much bigger issue than anything else, but that's just my 2 cents, and he would have exposed it anyway if it wasn't. So thank God for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. if you want to keep the integrity of the playoffs together, because Ricky Stenhouse kept your integrity of the playoffs together by wrecking there with 2 laps to go, because Austin Dillon was about to win fair and square, and the 32nd place car in points was going to be in the playoffs regardless, because he had a 2-second lead. So if you don't like the rule, and I guess you can hate on Ricky Stenhouse Jr., but either way, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Saved or exposed the playoffs with the thing. All right, that's all I got for you on this one. If you made it this far, I would love to have your subscription. If not, I'll just keep making these things. If you're already subscribed, you know I appreciate you all as well. If you've got a question, comment, or anything like that, leave it down in the comments section. If you want to help out the channel, visit the merch store. Link is in the description. And other than that, thanks for your time. Peace. Also of note, Daniel Suarez has signed a 1-year deal to re-up with Trackhouse. Erik Jones re-signs on a 3-year deal with Legacy Motor Club. And according to Freddie Kraft, Rockingham is going to get the Easter date for Xfinity and trucks. So that is the rumor on the street according to Freddie Kraft. All right, this is it for real. Thanks for your time. Peace.